The Last Jedi introduced several new concepts to Star Wars canon, and one of its more mysterious elements could soon be explained in a shocking way. Several of those new concepts made in The Last Jedi became the most controversial in any Star Wars movie at the time, but they have since taken on a new life. Many parts of The Last Jedi will be used for upcoming Star Wars movies like Dawn of the Jedi and New Jedi Order, but not all of them are completely understood yet. At the end of The Force Awakens, it was revealed that Luke Skywalker hid himself away in exile on the planet Ahch-To, deep in the unknown regions of the Star Wars galaxy. The Last Jedi showed Rey training with him on the planet, and also revealed that Ahch-To was the site of the first Jedi Temple. Ahch-To was an extremely mysterious planet, and while many of its secrets will likely soon be solved by the upcoming Dawn of the Jedi and New Jedi Order films, one aspect has remained shrouded in darkness. A major reason Luke chose Ahch-To as the site of his exile was because it had been completely forgotten by the galaxy in the New Republic era, and only had a few people that could even find it on a map. The fact that it was forgotten raised a huge question though, as Ahch-To was extremely important to the Jedi Order, both due to it being home of the first temple and because of the library of ancient Jedi texts it housed. Since Ahch-To was so important, the idea that the Jedi Order completely abandoned it seemed strange. While Luke's exile was decades after the old Jedi Order had been in operation, it's still odd that there was no sign of any Jedi influence on the planet outside the first temple. Even if the Jedi had abandoned Ahch-To long before Luke got there, they should have remembered how to get back, or at least had a map on record in the Jedi archives. Instead, Ahch-To was completely forgotten, so much so that Luke could hide there from the entire galaxy for years. How and why the planet was lost to the Jedi has been a mystery since The Last Jedi's release, but it may soon be solved. The trailer for The Acolyte had several hidden details about the show, but one of the most intriguing might connect back to The Last Jedi. At the end of the trailer, May was seen standing on the shore of a rocky island that looked incredibly similar to Ahch-To. Given May's likely ties to the Sith, if she was on Ahch-To, that could indicate that the Sith were operating on the planet long before Luke arrived. Given the dark tone the Acolyte story will take, a Sith presence on the Jedi homeworld could be an especially bleak omen. If the Sith were operating on Ahch-To, it would go a long way in explaining why the planet was forgotten by the Jedi. The Sith had been operating in secret for millennia before Qui-Gon Jinn discovered Darth Maul, so they would have needed a place to conduct their business away from the prying Jedi eyes. Ahch-To would be a great choice for that purpose, due to its location in the unknown regions and the dark side nexus underneath the Jedi Temple, which would have given them power. The only problem with their hiding spot was its prominence in the Jedi Order, but even that issue could be solved. Even if enough time had passed for the first temple to slip into legend, there still should have been a record in the Jedi Archive. The Sith might have solved that problem by erasing Ahch-To from the Jedi Archives to keep it a secret from the Jedi though. It wouldn't be the first time the Sith hid an entire planet either, as Count Dooku did the very same thing with Kamino in Attack of the Clones. The Acolyte could solve the mystery of how Ahch-To was forgotten by the time. It also raises an even bigger question: what did the Sith have planned for the planet? One of the most likely explanations is that they were using it as a training ground for the new generations of Darkside users. May is likely a Sith Acolyte, and her training could bring her to Ahch-To for more in-depth lessons. The planet would also be useful in showing Acolytes the ways of the dark side, as the Nexus would help them connect to their negative emotions, and the Jedi Temple would help them understand their enemies better. It would also fit with the Sith's poetically cruel ways, and the Acolyte could turn the birthplace of the Jedi into a place where new Sith Lords were created. How excited are you for the Acolyte? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more coverage as we approach its premiere, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.